Welcome back, everybody, to another episode on 539. So today we are at a historic location known as Prophetstown. And here in 1811, a battle occurred known as the Battle of Tippecanoe at Prophetstown, which was a Native American settlement here in Indiana. Now, the forces of William Henry Harrison had marched to this location to take out this city and disperse the tribes. And right now we're at a place known as Prophet's Rock. Now these forces were led by someone known as Tecumseh and his brother known as the Prophet, or Tenskwatawa, actually stood right here on this hill and gave a speech and attempted to rally his men, as well as a sort of magical chant to give them luck over the American forces. So we're gonna hike into the woods here up to this famous hill and see what it looks like, get a kind of a feel for what was going on in their heads before this huge battle took place. So first, it looks like we can get a glimpse from the bottom right here next to the road, and there is a little monument that has been placed here to commemorate the history of this place. And it's just kind of crazy to think that there would have been nearly 700 Native American forces sitting here around this rock listening to this speech and magical chant. And so he probably would have stood right up here on the rock, and then the forces would have been gathered down here below, listening to the words that the prophet had to deliver. And the funny thing about all of this is many people speculate that the battle would have turned out much differently had Tecumseh actually been able to wait for reinforcements, been able to recruit more people, which is what he was trying to do at the time that his brother, the Prophet, led the forces in to attack the Americans. Look how fine it is. It's like sand. It pretty much is sand. And even though they were able to catch him by surprise, they still ended up losing the battle. I don't know what kind of rock this actually is. It does go back quite some ways. That is not a cave, but probably a small animal could fit up in there if they wanted to. So there is actually a legit, real trail over there. And for the moment, let's take this up here and hope that there's no snakes. So I'm not sure if we can actually get up from this direction. It kind of looks like we might be able to, though. Kind of steep, not too bad. I'm more worried, honestly, about the loose dirt. It's very slippery. But overall, not too bad of a climb. Well, cutting to a few seconds later here, I'm hoping I didn't just lose all my footage in the middle of recording. I realized that my camera had quit recording and said memory card error. So, yeah, this could be interesting editing this episode. However, if we slowly and carefully make our way down here, we can see where the prophet would have stood, probably right here, almost a natural stage. And surprisingly reminds me a lot of that scene from The Lion King, as you can kind of tell. And so right here we are at pretty much the highest point. It just again seems like a natural stage right on the side of this cliff here. But how amazing is it that we're standing in the exact spot that the prophet stood in 1811 before executing a surprise attack on American forces in order to prevent the destruction of Prophetstown. So I'm cutting up a little ways. We're actually above the rock now. This is interesting. Oh. So, someone has made a little teepee on the side of this tree. Definitely not historic, but kind of interesting. It probably took a lot of time to build. Thank you all so much for watching this episode over on 539. Make sure you stay tuned for more adventures from Prophetstown. We're going to be exploring the American Memorial as well as the Native American Memorial, and we're going to be exploring a lot more places in this area as well. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell so you don't miss a single one of these exciting episodes coming up here on 539. And of course, I'm gonna see all of you guys in our next episode.